Hello everyone, so it's Friday, or at least it is when I'm releasing this video, and it's time for the end of the week quiz, and this one is on percentages. So, some questions on percentage just involving 50% and 25%. Okay, so the first question, so as usual, once I start writing them down, you can start answering them. So 50% equals, okay. Let's try again. So 50% of 60, that's question one. Question two is 50% of 15. Question three, 25% of 80. And next question is 25% of 14. Okay, so if you haven't worked all those out, pause the video, work them out, and then restart the video. So, answers to these. 50% of 30 is half of 30. Well, half of 6 is 3, add a 0 on. Sorry, I think I might have just said that a bit wrongly, but you know what I mean. 50% of 60 is half of 60, which is 30. Okay, 50% of 15, so half of 15. So if we take off 1, we get 14. Half of 14 is 7, and then half of the odd 1 is always 0.5. So 7.5. Right, 25% of 80 is a quarter of 80. So half of 80 is 40, and then half of 40 is 20. And also 4 times 20 is 80. Right, 25% of 14 is a quarter of 14. So what we can do is halve it to get 7, and then take off 1 to get 6, half of 6 is 3, and then half of the odd 1 is always 0.5. So 25% of 14 is 3.5. Four questions then on finding 10%. So question 1, what is 10% of 70? Question 2, what is 10% of 65? Question 3, what is 10% of 4? And then the last question, what is 10% of 0.3? Okay, so if you haven't worked them all out yet, then pause the video, work them out, and then I'll go through them. Okay, so 10% of 70, we could say we take off the 0, that would give us 7. 10% of 65, we could put a decimal point in there, which will give us 6.5. 10% of 4 will give us 0.4, just we're putting a decimal point in front of the last number. We're going to slide a 0 in here, so 10% of 0.3 will be 0.03. So we're going to do 4 percentage calculations now. First of all, 10% of 55. Question 2, 20% of 70. Question 3, 40% of 30. And question 4, 60% of 15. So, if you haven't, you probably won't have finished yet, so stop the video, do the working out, and then restart and see if you've got the same answer as me, which hopefully are the right answers. Okay, 10% of 55, just slip in a point there, so that would be 5.5. 20% of 70, divide it by 10, 10%, double it, gives us, so 7, double 7, 14, 40% of 30, divided by 10 to get 3, times it by 4 to give 12. It can't be 7.5 because that is 50%. Always check your answers. So what did I do wrong there? So I should have done 1.5. I timed it by 5. That's what I should have times it by 6, which would give us 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 0.5 is 3, so that would give us 9. So correct answer there is 9. We are converting fractions to decimals to percentages, so what I'll be doing, I'll be writing up the fraction and you'll need to convert it to a decimal and a percentage. So first of all, we have 1/4, our first one. Second one is 1/8. Remember the mozzarella. Third one is 3/5. And the fourth one is 6/25. Okay, so don't know how far you would have got. If you haven't done them, if you haven't finished them all, just pause the video and then you can check your answers. So 1/4, remember that was, we divided 1,000 into 50, divided it again into 25, so that was, or 250 rather, so that is 0.25 as a percentage. First two places is 25%. Half of a quarter is 1/8, so half of that is, half of 250 is 125, so 0.125, which is 12.5%, not 125%, because that would be more than we started off with. Right, 3/5, change it into 6/10, so that will be 0.6, which is 60%. Okay, we didn't really cover this in today's video, but we've got to get that out of 100, of course. So 6/25 would be 12 out of 50, we're doubling, and that would be 24 out of 100. So 0.24, or we might have said 24 out of 100, that's 24%. And then we can go back to 0.24. Okay, so I hope you got all those right. Thank you for watching that video. Thank you for watching that video, and if you enjoyed that, please check out our website for more great online resources. So the address is www.routes2success11plus.uk, or find us on Twitter @routes2success. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great videos. Thank you.